Short poems are supposed to be harmless. But Blake's The Sick Rose has a moment, just one, where you suddenly feel it turning toward you, as if you're the one under inspection. In those 8 lines, desire leaks, language cracks, bodies tremble, and power tightens its grip. Today, I want to show you how this small poem explodes into 4 different worlds: psychoanalysis, deconstruction, feminist criticism, and biopolitics. Let's see what Blake hid inside the petals. 1. The rose as a site of forbidden desire. Let's start with that startling opening. "O rose, thou art sick." It's abrupt, like something slipped out before the speaker could stop it. A Freudian moment, an unconscious confession. Then comes the invisible worm. Invisible, but erotic. It flies in the night, the hour when censorship sleeps and forbidden desire moves freely. And it finds out thy bed of crimson joy. When you say those words out loud, bed, crimson, joy, you hear the erotic pulse underneath. But crimson is also blood, danger, wounding. This is desire that terrifies itself. And that last phrase, dark secret love, that's Freud applauding in the background. The repressed returning not sweetly, but destructively. The rose isn't a flower here. It's the psyche collapsing under a desire it was taught to hide. 2. The poem eating its own meaning. Now, if we hold the poem differently, another truth emerges. The poem speaks with such confidence. The rose is sick, the worm is the cause, the destruction is certain. And yet, the central agent is invisible. How can the speaker know so much about something that cannot be seen? This is a classic aporia, a built-in contradiction where the poem exposes its own uncertainty. And the symbols? They refuse to behave. The rose, usually purity, beauty, is now sickness and blood and decay. Joy rhymes with destroy. Meaning folds in on itself. Deconstruction says, the poem is not giving you stable symbols. It's showing you that symbols cannot remain stable. The poem collapses the comfort we expect from language. It whispers, don't trust what words pretend to fix. 3. The rose as a silenced female body. Now, what if the rose is not just a rose? What if she represents a woman whose body has always been narrated by others? "O rose, thou art sick." He diagnoses her, defines her, claims knowledge of her inner state. She never speaks back. And then comes the worm, unseen, entering her bed in the darkness under the name of secret love. It's unsettling. It echoes how societies construct female sexuality as something penetrated, judged, controlled. Crimson joy becomes a double-edged image. Desire, yes, but also the historical burden placed on the female body. Purity, reputation. The rose's tragedy is not only destruction, it's erasure. Her story is told about her, never from her. 4. Calling the body sick to control it. When the speaker declares, "O rose, thou art sick," he isn't describing her, he's creating the condition. Naming is authority. Diagnosis is power. That's biopolitics, the body labeled and managed. The worm becomes power from within, policing desire, punishing secret love, destroying not to kill, but to correct. The rose becomes a body disciplined by the fear of the word sick, monitored even in her own bed. The poem becomes a quiet warning. Power does not need chains. Sometimes it only needs a diagnosis. So here we are. And suddenly, the rose is no longer a rose. She is a mind, a symbol, a body, a political subject. The worm is no longer an insect. It is desire, instability, aggression, surveillance. And in those 8 lines, Blake gives us ourselves. I'm Areej Idrees, and this is 5 Sparks. May this poem stay with you, not like a memory, but like a question you keep returning to.